Today's show is called God Codes in Spoken and Heard Words on March 8th, 2026. Language, digits, and speech contain patterns or codes that evolve and aggregate over human civilizations, and they demonstrate how all things are connected, immersive, and interactive. We spent decades researching, writing, and validating this.
Our language and spoken or heard words are abundantly overflowing with the validations of humankind's true nature, his innate powers, and his purpose of existence. The main feature of speech and its symbols are how they demonstrate that our world and relationships are entangled in the same way as the quantum level is, and only separated by our minds and the mental power to create a variety of realities.
Thus proving that knowledge and application of the plain sight codes in speech and language enables the user to bend reality in his or her favor.
Let's look at a couple examples of some of the prime words that we use in speech and language, starting with the word word. When you break word apart phonetically, it's three phonemes or sounds. W in the beginning or the foundation, which means energetic air, and then R or which is the same meaning a thing or perfection manifested. And then the sound of D, duh, w, r, duh. The D sound at the roof of the word or the capstone demonstrates the Tao or natural order of all things in the universe and our own bodies. So the whole meaning of word is energetic air into a thing maintained by order.
And let's look at the word symbols. That breaks down to sim and bells. Man makes varieties of realities with sounds and symbols. Language equals LAN plus gauge and lane gauge. Words are sword. Internet displays inter and net, and that equals catch and kill and bury.
So when we pronounce the word internet, we say inter. So when we inter something, we bury it in the ground. Or when we enter something, it's almost the same sound, like for instance, opening a doorway and entering. So we're either entering a net or we're being buried after we're caught by the net. But either way, internet is not a friendly word. It actually leads to a golem age, which is the opposite of the golden age. A golem, G-O-L-E-M, is a biologic mimic that has no witness of their axis or their source point. The golem is a rough acronym to Go Lemmings.
And now a discussion about God and man.
So, in the history of the world as it's taught, God is a persona and a judge. But through observation and validation, we can find that God is not a judge nor a persona. God is the operating system. Phonetically, it's three sounds or phonemes. Ga plus A plus D for Tao. Ga, A, D, God. Man in sounds is closed mouth M sound, plus the sound of N, man. And that means the magnet essence that makes the mortal child. Whereas the reverse of man is name, which is N plus aim. It's the child's game and aim. And it also means the alter ego of man.
The human being occupies within their heart the highest power, a fragment of the spark of God, and the ultimate resource of unknown unknowns. This is why the parasitic demons chase us, whereas the smartphone occupies Satan the Archon. That's say 10, or say IO,
or
1-0. Say 10 equals ones and zeros, or a duality, breaking progression from 3 to 9. Humankind is the highest form in the universe, a universion of it. Man is an occupier of a spark of God and lives in a spark of God universe.
This monkey on our backs is the Mon key to victory as well. Most times when the word seems to mock, it's also identifying.
This section is called, What is the Question? Is it quest? I on? Or where, what am I? There are two operating systems. One is a no-witness quest. AI, am I? The other is the witnessed progression. IA, I am. What side of the line do you want to land on? One I would like every human to pass on witness and reserve all your powers to it. What say you? In the face of God, each woman, man, and child are equals. Hope and faith, that's lazy, a learned behavior. Faith, beliefs, and fiat are all decrees from mortal men.
In a way, the word general says it all. Gen is the first syllable or sound, and that means generate or generative. And then R, meaning a thing or the child's game. And then the root AL, meaning all. This equals that quantum is in all locations. AE or 1-5 equals the P or the point of perfection, and AE means all and everything. The Apple I also means apply, and apply equals plus ply, or one, many. Does studying definitions of God long enough entitle one to define God? Mind you, the definition of define is contain, limit, make boundaries. Let me know, scholars, or ask me how I came to know God.
Strich 2. Doch nun zu einem anderen Thema. In Nürnberg klagt ein Pilot gegen seinen ehemaligen Arbeitgeber. Warum? Das weiß Anne Rothäuser.
Vor dem Amtsgericht Nürnberg wehrt sich der ehemalige Lufthansa-Mitarbeiter Christoph W. gegen seine Kündigung.
Ich bin Pilot geworden, weil ich es einfach lieb zu fliegen und nicht um Menschen mit Chemie einzunebeln und ihr kritisches Denken auszuschalten. Was mein Arbeitgeber von mir gefordert hat, das war eindeutig rechtswidrig. Und das meine ich mit.
Rückblick. Im Januar dieses Jahres war dem erfahrenen Piloten fristlos gekündigt worden. Grund dafür war, dass W. bei einem Flug von Frankfurt nach Barcelona nicht wie vorgeschrieben den Schalter zur Aktivierung des Chemtrail-Sprühvorgangs betätigt hatte, sobald sich das Flugzeug auf Reiseflughöhe befand. Und wie sich herausstellte, geschah dies nicht zum ersten Mal.
Ja, also zuerst habe ich behauptet, dass ich schlichtweg vergessen habe, den Schalter umzulegen. Und dann kam irgendwann eine interne Untersuchung und dann musste ich ja zugeben, dass ich bei über 30 Flügen innerhalb von Europa die Chemtrail-Anlage nicht eingeschaltet habe. Ich konnte das mit meinem Gewissen auch einfach nicht vereinbaren.
Durch Christoph W.'s Sabotage blieben in ganz Europa Millionen Menschen gesund, fruchtbar und nicht autistisch. Auch das Wetter in zahlreichen Regionen konnte wegen des 36-Jährigen nicht termingerecht manipuliert werden. Für seinen Arbeitgeber Lufthansa eine wirtschaftliche Katastrophe.
Die Lufthansa musste Strafzahlungen in dreistelliger Millionenhöhe an die geheime Weltregierung zahlen. Zu dem Ganzen kommt noch, dass sie die Chemtrail-Ausschreibung für das kommende Jahr verloren hat an Ryanair.
Der gekündigte Christoph W. betrachtet seine Entlassung dagegen als unrechtmäßig.
Also in keinem mir bekannten Gesetz steht, dass ein Arbeitgeber sowas von mir verlangen kann. Echt nicht.
Experten räumen der Argumentation des Piloten vor Gericht wenig Chancen ein. Schließlich beruft er sich auf Gesetze der nicht existenten Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Die Vorsitzende Richterin der BRD GmbH dürfte dafür wenig Verständnis aufbringen.
Every one of those red dot maps is a unique IP address that is downloaded, shared, or distributing child rape images, almost all under the age of 12. And that's just a 6-month screenshot of it. And there are over 338,000 on there. There's blue dots on there. You can't really see them, but the blue ones are the ones that are under investigation.
In a sea of red.
Isn't that a problem of what we're talking about?
There is more about Tartaria that they have been hiding from you. There is a possibility that this lost empire was referred to in the Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch is an ancient Jewish text that has been erased from the modern-day Bible. It speaks of beings that were born from the union of the sons of God and the daughters of men. These beings were said to be giant in size, possess incredible strength and knowledge, and said to reside in a northern land. Tartaria was a vast empire that stretched across much of Europe and Asia. It is often depicted on old maps created by very well-respected cartographers, and it is said that these are the northern lands referred to in the Book of Enoch. But it gets even stranger. The buildings of today that do not fit neatly into the architectural history of those regions have been credited to the Tartarians, as not only was the sheer size of these impressive, but also the advanced engineering techniques and designs, all far ahead of the time that the mainstream say they were supposedly built in. The Book of Enoch describes these beings as possessing forbidden knowledge that they inherited by beings called the Watchers. This knowledge included advanced metallurgy, astronomy, and architecture. Therefore, many say that these beings fit the description of the expertise needed to create these Tartarian structures. So it makes us think, why has Tartaria been erased from mainstream history?